So you're thinking about moving to Carnation, Washington. Well, stick around. In this video, we're gonna go through all the pros and all the cons of what it's actually like to live in Carnation. So if you're looking to learn more, stick around. We're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know all there is to know about living in King County, Washington, or places like Carnation, like we're talking about today, then hit the subscribe button, tap the bell for notifications, and that way you can be the first to be notified of a new video of either Carnation or one of our other favorite cities here in King County. I'm Brad Decatur with the Decatur Home Team, and we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you every day who are looking to make their move to King County. So whether you're 1 day or 1 year away, we'd love to help you make a smooth move. Contact info is below, so when the time is right for you and you are making your move, then feel free to reach out and give us a call, text, email, or hop on a Zoom call with us. So today, we're doing the pros and cons video, so we will just dive right into it. Pro number 1 is gonna be affordability. So if you've been on this channel before or you've done some home shopping in the area, you might know that it's a pretty expensive market relative to the national average. Carnation, however, it's a little bit on the outskirts, and so it's got much better affordability when you compare it to some of those main cities that you may have heard of, like Seattle, Bellevue, Sammamish, Redmond, Kirkland. Much different price points. So my pro number 1 is going to be the affordability. Prices are just significantly less. I won't talk about all the exact prices in this video because it might change depending on the time frame, but you can check out our map video where we pull up the MLS and we actually take a look at the pricing there. Check out our other channel where we talk about all the real estate details and market updates. So yeah, the affordability is just much better in Carnation, although it is a little bit farther out, which brings me to my con number 2, which is gonna be the location being a little bit on the outskirts. So Carnation is gonna be a little bit farther out than a lot of your other main cities here in King County. If we show you the map right here, you can see it's pretty far east of the Bellevue area or Seattle. So if you're someone who's gonna do the commute, it might be a little bit longer for you to get there. But at the same time, it's really not that bad. Places like Snoqualmie, for example, pretty highly priced area, especially compared to Carnation. And you can see on the map here, it's not that much farther out. It's just a little bit farther north. So it is farther out, and it has kind of a downside of being a little bit on the outskirts. But again, you're trading that location for a much, much better bang for your buck as far as affordability is, like that first pro I mentioned. All right, so pro number 2 is gonna be, there's lots of land here in Carnation. So if you're someone who's looking for farmland, or you just want a house that has a little bit more land than kind of your standard new construction, maybe a half acre even, there's just tons of houses that have that kind of land, and a lot of them have, multiple acres, of course, as well. So there is lots of land in Carnation. So if you're looking to have some space to stretch your legs out, Carnation is definitely going to be a good fit for you. So pro number 2 is more land. All right, con number 2 is going to be, it's a little bit wet. So this is, there's some flood zones. I won't get into all the details because it kind of depends on where you're at, but this is going to be a little bit more of a wet area. Generally speaking, in most pros and cons video that I do in this area in general, in King County, we talk about the weather. So that's another downside, of course. It's going to be raining here and all that. But Carnation even more than I mentioned it for all the other cities like Bellevue and Issaquah, but the truth is Carnation over here is going to be even more wet just because of the elevation. So there is some flood zones and things like that. So something to definitely be aware of if you're looking to go to Carnation. All right, pro number 3 is gonna be future development. So I think Carnation's a very good spot to be for future growth. Reason being, kind of goes back to that other point that I made about land. There's a lot more land out in Carnation. There's more acreage. And of the places that haven't been developed yet, this is pretty high on the list. So this is similar to Black Diamond and Duval, as far as like they have a lot more land to develop, but it's not quite gotten there yet. So there's some new construction in this area. If you check out my vlog tour, you can take a look at some of the real estate and some of these spots specifically. But there's just a lot more growth that can happen, and I for one believe it's going to have some good future growth because it's not that farther out than like Snoqualmie, Fall City, but you can build a lot more new construction out there. So because there's so much more room to build, the fact that there's not enough room to build anymore in Bellevue and Kirkland and Redmond and all those types of places, or Sammamish, they have to go somewhere. So it's either gonna go north, south, east, or west. And this is a location that I think that it will be trending towards. So I think there'll be more new construction later on because there's so much land that can be developed. With that, it's gonna increase prices. And so I think it's gonna be a good long-term investment for future growth. All right, my last con is gonna be that there's not a whole lot to do. So this could be a pro, I guess, if you're someone who, this is what you're looking for. And honestly, if you're someone who's looking at Carnation, this probably is not a con. If you're looking at Carnation and you know Carnation, you're probably looking because it's got more land, it's a small town vibe, very small town. But it does make my con list because I am comparing this place to a lot of other King County cities. And when comparing it, my con is there's not a lot to do. There's not much going on in Carnation. So quite literally, you know, a street of commercial shopping, a store, and that's pretty much it. There's really not much going on. So if you're looking to do, and a few dining options, of course, but not a lot. So if you're looking to do any sort of serious night out on the town, you know, movies, anything really, there's really not much going on there. So I don't think I need to elaborate too much more, but there's not much going on in Carnation. So that would be my last con. Hey, hopefully this video was helpful for you guys to learn the pros and the cons of Carnation. I think it's a really cool, awesome spot, especially for the specific person who's looking for more land and a little bit of a small town vibe. So if that's you, I think this is gonna be a good spot for you. If you're looking for city living, then this is not gonna be the spot for you. So that's what these videos are for, to show you about, you know, what it's like to be there. If you wanna learn more about Carnation, you're not so sure yet, check out the vlog tour here where we actually go in the car and kind of show you the area and check out some real estate. And the map video here where we go over the best neighborhoods and talk a little bit more about it on Google Maps. Now, if this is your first time to the channel and you've only seen Carnation so far, I would encourage you to check out some of the other videos here in the area, because if you think Carnation's a good fit for you, that means that you might want to also explore Fall City, North Bend, some other areas that I'm thinking about, Duval, in that same general area. So be sure to check those out on the page here. We have them all in playlists, make it easy for you guys to browse. So, and again, we are here to help serve you. So hopefully the videos are helpful, but when you're ready, contact information is below. We can help you decide, help walk you through the process of figuring out which is the best area for you, and of course then help you through your journey in actually purchasing a home or selling a home here in King County.